Thank you everybody for joining our Match Day -2 press conference. We will begin with midfielder Corey Bethune. For those on Zoom, please use the raise your hand feature or you can type your questions into the chat. And Croy, we will start with what are some of the main takeaways from Wednesday's match at Angel City?
I feel like for us, we played a pretty well game. They had limited shots on goal. I feel like for us, just continuing the game plan and the key components and finishing chances that we get.
And then reflecting on the last time you all played Portland in March, what are some of the key focus areas for this Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we want to lock Soph down with her being back. In the front four, applying pressure on the ball, not allowing them to play through us, more so around us, and whenever we pick the ball up, finding those open spaces to attack their back line.
And then how do you prepare mentally and physically for this tough stretch that we're in with so many games?
Yeah, physically, of course, taking care of our body, those treatment, rehab, recovery sessions, and I mean mentally just kind of like locking in and not allowing how long the stretch is and how tired we are to take over that mental health.
And then can you talk a little bit about your excitement and feelings about being back at home at CPKC Stadium for the last two matches before the break?
Of course, love playing at CVKC. With our last two home games, it'll be fun. They're early games, so it'll be nice out. And just to finish this first half of the season at home, we're excited for that.
Cool. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back with Coach shortly. All right, we are back with head coach Chris Armas. Chris, we will begin with what are some of the biggest takeaways from the Angel City match on Wednesday?
Well, listen, I told the team that there's different types of games, and we talked about this after, and some are when you have the total game on your terms and total control, creating lots of chances, and on that day there's games like that where they're coming out in like a back five. They're taking away a lot of what we thrive on, transition and spaces behind. And it's just tougher to unlock. And we go down a goal. And now on the road against a good team, taking away a lot of things that we thrive on, we have to stay in it and being very methodical and not go down 2-0. And boom, we get the first goal. We go 1-1. And in those games against good teams, just a good game, we put ourselves in a spot to at least draw and maybe even win the game by creating some really good chances in the second half. So what sticks out is that our team stuck with it, had a good response, and came close. And of course, we're disappointed to not take any points, but we'll learn from it and take some of the positives too into this next one.
And then reflecting on the last time you played Portland in March, what are some of the key focus areas for this Sunday?
Yeah, I think we're a different team than that day. I believe that some of it's personnel, some of it's we're just clearer and better at what we're trying to do. On that day specifically, they came out with a lot of energy and they had the momentum early on, and we settled in. And we created some chances. We were right there. And then it was, I believe, a penalty in the game. So yeah, it was some tough moments of when we conceded and how we conceded that day. One was a throw-in that led to the penalty. And the other part, besides the intensity that I thought we lacked in certain moments, was that I think we're a little bit open, our structure. So even when we watch the game back, me and the staff, I think we could put more pressure on the ball. I think there's some other things that we're just simply and honestly better at right now. And so are they probably. So we're looking forward to it, but we learned a lot from that match against them and how they try to do things, and I think we'll be better equipped to go after them.
And then have you seen the continued growth you wanted in this phase of building?
I have seen consistency and growth from our team. I've seen a team that has settled in a bit. Things are normalizing within our group, and for sure, when you talk about performances, when you talk about style of play, when you talk about results, points, and victories, yeah, that's all coming along. So as much as we think we have a lot of work to do, which we do, we definitely see progress and a team that's, we're creating chances. We always think about what does that look like? I think we lead the league in XG right now. So we're getting into spots. We've been pretty stingy and with a couple of shutouts recently. So the against the balls coming together. And most importantly, we're together. And that's something that it's been a goal from day one, that whatever we do, we're together, and we've had some ups and downs, but sure, we're together. So I've seen real growth out of our team.
And what's the mentality heading into these two matches before the international break?
Well, we haven't talked too much about that as a team. It's been fast and furious, which is great with games, not a lot of downtime in between. And I know from a coaching staff perspective, we want to go into the international break with as many points as possible, which would probably mean that we're going in with some momentum, which we have recently. So we want to obviously keep getting the performances right, which oftentimes will lead to results. So it'll be nice to go into the break feeling good about what we're doing, and that means some wins and points.
And we will end with that. Thank you, Coach. Good luck this year.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.